ask a man, did the Bible predict women would be single and desperate?
Did the Bible predict what we are seeing today? Many, many women who are single and desperate not to be single.
Yes. The Bible did predict that.
Where?
You can find it in the Old Testament in the book of Isaiah, the prophet. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, which reads, "In that day, 7 women will take hold of one man and say, 'We will eat our own bread and provide our own clothing. Just let us be called by your name to take away our disgrace.'" And so, in other words, what that's saying is, Isaiah writing about a future time.
In
right?
that day means in the future.
Right. In that day in the future, 7 women will take hold of one man, and they'll say, we'll eat our own. In other words, we'll provide our own food. We'll provide our own clothes. Just marry us. Let us take on your name to take away our disgrace or to take away our reproach. So women will wake up and realize, oh, we really should be married. And it's going to be a lot of women who will approach a relatively small number of men and will insist, that's okay. Still, marry us and give us your name.
Well, so people who will hear this will say, so you're saying everybody needs to be married? I don't think everybody needs to be married.
That's not the view of the Bible. In other words, the view of the Bible is that God provides a protection and covering for women from their early part of their life to the late part of their life to the end of their life. In the early part of their life, when a woman's a girl, she is raised in the house of her father. Her father provides for her. He protects her. When a woman becomes of marriageable age, she marries a good man, and that man does what her father did. He provides for her, and he protects her, and takes care of her needs, and he loves her. So
that's the ideal. That's how it's supposed to be. We know a lot of people don't have their father.
Right. And we live in an imperfect situation, unfortunately. But the intention, the idea from the God of the Bible is that women should never go uncovered, unprotected, unloved. And there's a way to get there. There's a way to do that. And the first is to live under the authority of your dad. And then when you're marriageable age, live with your husband and let him provide for you and protect you and cover you.
And that's the standard set by God, not us. We're not making this up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the God of this Bible. Yeah, and we didn't write the Bible. But, the more you read it, the more you understand it. And that's one of the things that's missing in our world right now.
And there are people who say, well, I want to be a wife. I'm looking for a man. It's the men out there. We can't find a good man. They don't want to be married. So that's why we're not married. It's them.
There's some so-called black pill guys who decide, the heck with all women. But most men would welcome marriage to an appropriate woman. Men have always wanted to be marry and be involved in marriage. Men have changed very little in the last couple of centuries. Women have changed a lot in the last 100 years. And they changed a lot in the last 50 years. Feminism has told women that you do not need men. You do not want men.
You don't need marriage.
You don't need marriage, right?
You don't need motherhood.
Or motherhood, right? Or family structure. So women turned their back on it. They turned away from it. Women are starting to have a change of heart, though. And you can see them on social media all day. Many middle-aged women are in videos. They're crying. They're lamenting. I'm ready
Young
for
women too.
They say, I'm ready for my person. I'm ready for my person. They're 50 years old, and they're ready for their person. So what's in Isaiah is actually happening. It's happening right now.
There are women who say, I have my own house. I have my own car. I provide for myself. I have money saved in the bank. I'm in shape. I'm beautiful. And I'm ready to be married.
Exactly. And this is how you know this is prophecy about today. There's never been a time certainly not in Western civilization, but in world history really, where a woman had her own job, her own vehicle, her own money, until the 20th and 21st century. So this is about 21st century women.
This is predicting where we are right now.
Right. And these women in this prophecy realize that having all of that stuff is secondary. What's most important is to be covered by a loving man. And even if 7 women have to roll up on one guy to get that, they're willing to do that. And that's what this prophecy means.
And you can say, I'm ready to be a wife. I'm ready. I have everything I need. I'm ready to be a wife. It's easy for you to say, it's not me. I'm not the problem. But you can't declare yourself ready and problem free. A man has to look at you and say, I want her. You still have to be chosen. That's where y'all got pick me from. You have to be picked.
And-
Are you a wife?
Yeah, that's the question.
There you have it.